Hi students, now we're going to start by the problem of the combination. Okay, simplify combination 3 out of n over 2 out of n. So you know, here you do it, you go down 3 units, n minus 1, n minus 2 over 3 to 1. Here you go 2 units, n minus 1 over 2, n minus 1 and n minus 1 with 2 cancel out, remains n minus 2 over 3. Now you have this one. If you want to find n, if you have this equation, you can say that 3 of n over 2 out of n combination. As a cross multiply, the coefficient of 3n is a 3, so it must be down, and here the coefficient is 4, and we know that this is equal n minus 2 over 3. You do cross multiply, you're going to get n is 6. So number 2, 8 runners running 100 meters. Find all possible outcomes you may get. You all know, guys, before you start any problem, ask yourself, is repetition allowed? Can a runner take more than one position? Certainly it is not. So this is a combination or permutation. Is order important in running? Yes, certainly. So it's arrangement 8 out of 8 because I want all possible outcomes. 8 out of 8, it means permutation of 8 factorial. How many possible outcomes we have in the national lotto? We know in national lotto we want to get 6 numbers out of 42. Is repetition allowed? Can we have two numbers the same, the number 5 and number 5? Certainly not. So it's either a combination or arrangement. Is order important of the numbers? No, it's not. You can win no matter what the order of numbers you have. You don't have order here. So it's a combination 6 out of 42. In a troupe of actors, we are going to choose 7 actors out of 20. Find all possible outcomes. I want to pick any 7 actors. I didn't say the first actor is going to play this specific role. The second, the name is going to play this role. So in that case, it will be arrangement 7 out of 20. But since I want to pick any 7 out of 20 without giving each one its role, so it's a combination 7 out of 20. Inside an aquarium, we have 3 red fish, 2 black and 1 silver. How many possible outcomes of 3 red fish of different color? I didn't say that the first one must be red, the second one black, and so on. I want any 3 red fish of different colors, so it's a combination 1 out of 3, 1 out of 2, and 1 silver, 1 out of 1. 5 boys and 6 girls makes a volley team. The number of the players in the court is 6. So I want to pick 6 out of 5 boys and 6 girls. How many possible outcomes we may get? So it's 6 out of 11. Combination order is not important. I want 2 boys. I have 5 boys, so 2 out of 5, and 4 girls, 4 out of 6 combination. A certain class consisting of 19 students. In this 19 we have 12 external, 12 external, and 7 internal. The math professor decided to build a group of 3 students. How many possible outcomes you may get? It's a 3 out of 19 combination because order is not important and certainly repetition is not allowed. How many outcomes of internal students we may get? I want them all internal, so it's a 3 out of 7 combination. How many possible of 2 external? So 2 out of 12 and 1 internal, 1 out of 7 we may get. An urn contains 9 balls enumerated from 1 till 9. We draw 3 balls by replacing the first. So replacing, it means a P list. We want to draw 3 balls. So directly, it's 9 and power P. So 9 power 3. Without thinking, it's a P list. We draw 3 balls without replacement. But since the balls are enumerated, so it's a number. It's a 3-digit number. 3-digit number. We all know order is important. So it is an arrangement 3 out of 9. It's not combination. 18 horses participating in a certain race. We know in a race order is important. How many possible outcomes you may get for the first 3 winning? Arrangement 3 out of 18. What is the possible choices number of the first 3 winning coming in any order? Since coming in any order, so this is going to be, it is a combination. Why? Because coming in any order. Number 18, as we said here in the second one, coming in on any order, so it's a combination. Number 10, how many natural numbers of 4 digits we may get if the digits are distinct? Distinct, it means no repetition, so it's an arrangement. 4 out of 9. If they didn't say that, this distinct, suppose they said how many natural number of 4 digits we may get. So we can have repetition, so it will be p list. So here we have 9 elements power 4. But since distinct, so we do it arrangement. The same equation but containing the number 0. What happens if you have 0 here? So if you have 0, we know a number cannot start by 0. So we can say order important, so distinct. So it's an arrangement, first of all. So the first digit cannot be 0, so you can put any number from 1 till 9 without the 0 in the first digit. So how many choices you have? I have 9 choices. I want to pick 1 out of 9 because here number of pick. Then I need to put here 3 numbers distinct, but you can put 0. So you have from 0 up till 1 up till 9, but you need to know these are 10 numbers. But I have a number that I wrote in the first digit. I don't have the right X to write it again. So you must eliminate 1. So what remains? There remains a 3 out of 9. So if you do it in the calculator, 9 times 987, you're going to get 4, 5, 36. This is one method. Another method, you can say it's you do arrangement 4 out of 10. You include the 0 with it. I have 4 out of 10. But you know you cannot start by 0. You know the number starting by 0 and starting by 1, starting by 2, starting by 3, up till starting by 9, all are equal logically. So how many groups I have? I have 10 groups. So what do? I divide the total number, which is 50, 40 by 10, so 5 of 4. So I have 5 of 4 numbers starting by 0, 5 of 4 starting by 1, etc. up till 9, all 5 of 4. So I need to exclude that starting with the 0 because it will be 3 digit. So it will be 50, 40 minus 5 of 4, which is 45, 36. 12, an assembly of 20 people. You have 12 girls and 8 boys must elect a president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. What are all possible outcomes? You know that the order is important here because if I'm the president and someone else is the vice president, we cannot permute it, it will be different. So arrangement 4 out of 20. Suppose that we decide that the post of president and secretary must be given to girls. So girls, 2 posts, so 2 out of 12. And the other 2 posts are for the boys, so 2 out of 8 because first of all, here order important. If George is one of the elected, solve again part B. So the 2 boys, I know 100% I want to elect George. So how many George I have? 1 out of 1. So instead of electing 2 boys, I want to pick 1 boy out of 7. And the 2 girls are the same. In a class of 20 students, 12 girls and 8 boys, we want to pick 3 students randomly. So how many choices? You know, it's a 3 out of 20. Order not important. Of 3 girls, so 3 out of 12. Of 2 boys, if 2 boys, I want to pick 3, so 2 boys and 1 girl, so 2 out of 8 and 1 out of 12. Number 14. We have 15 vacant seats in a bus. How many possible outcomes we may get for 6 students in a bus? We know order of seating is also important, so it's 6 out of 15. A play of 52 cards is composed of 4 categories. We know that. We talked about the cards, etc. We need to pick 5 cards. I want out of the 5, 2 jack. So 2 jack, I have 4 jack. 2 out of 4 combination because order not important, repetition not allowed. I'm not going to pick the card I want. I return it back. They didn't mention this thing. And the remaining 3 will not be a jack. Not a jack. It is 52 minus 4, so 48. I want no aces, yani 0 out of 4, and the rest 5 are not aces. How many not aces in the card is 52 minus 4, which is 48. At least the 3 queens. Either you have 3 queens, 3 out of 4, it remains 2 not queens, 48, or the 4 are queens, remains 1 card since I'm picking 5 cards out of 48. I want 2 spades or 2 diamonds, but I'm picking 5. So 2 spades, I have 13 spades. 2 diamonds, I have 13 diamond. Remains one card. It can be a heart or a club. 1 out of 26. 2 cards of the same category. Same category, it means either it is ace, 2 aces or 2 clubs or 2 diamond. Sorry, 2 aces as 2 queen, 2 kings, 2 number 5, 2 number 7. Anyway, so it's 2 out of 13. Okay, same category. By the way, here I mean either 2 hearts or two spade or 2 club or 2 diamond. So it's 2 out of 13, and the rest can be 3 out of 39. Any of these. Why times 4? Because it can be either 2 hearts or 2 spade. 2 out of 13, 3 out of 39. Or 2 club, etc., or 2 heart, club, spade, diamond. So I did it as 4. At least one king. At least one king. I'm drawing for 5 cards. So 1 king, 4 not king, or 2 kings, 3 not king, or 3 kings, 2 not king, or 4 kings, 1 not king. All hearts or all diamonds. I have 13 hearts, 5, 13, or it means a plus all diamond. The queen of spade. How many queen of spade I have in the card? I have only 1 queen of spade. So 1 out of 1 remains 4 out of not queen of spade is the rest of the card, which is 51. We have inside an urn 3 black, 2 white, and 3 red balls. We draw 3 balls from the urn without replacement. How many possible outcomes you may get? So I want to pick 3 out of how many 1? I have 3, 6, 7, 8. 3 out of 8. How many possible outcomes you may get if 2 are black? I'm picking 3. 2 black in a 2 out of 3 and 1 out of 5. Suppose I said how many possible outcomes of getting black followed by a white followed by a white. Here order is important. You're going to tell me it's an arrangement. Black, I have 3, 1 out of 3, and white, I have arrangement 2 out of 2. So it will be 3 choices. Okay, times not 3 choices. 2 out of 2, it's 2 times 1, then 6 choices. Okay, guys, how many possible outcomes if you get it? If 2 are black, so 2 black, and the rest 2. If you have 2 black, I have 3, and 1 will be either white or red, so 1 out of 5. If at least 1 is black, I'm picking 3. So 1 black and 2 not black. 1 black is 1 out of 3. 2 not black, 2 out of 5, either white or red. 2 black, 2 out of 3, or 1 not black, or the 3 are black, 0 not black. If 2 are of the same color, yeah, either 2 black or 2 white or 2 red. 2 black in a 2 out of 3 remains 1, either white or red, 1 out of 5. Or 2 white, 2 out of 2 remains 1, either black or red, 6, 1 out of 6. Or 2 red, 2 out of 3, and remains 1, either black or white, so 1 out of 5. A club is formed of 5 men and 8 women. We want to elect 4 board members, and such that we must have at least 1 woman in the election. How many possible outcomes we may get if you want to have 1 man? In 1 man, in 3 women. In 1 out of 5, 3 out of 8. They didn't say that we want to elect a president, vice president. They want to elect any 4 board members. So this is combination. If you have, for example, titles, it will be arrangement. Same as A, but at least 1 man. You may have 1 man and 3 women, or 2 men, 2 women, 3 men, 1 woman. We cannot have 4 men, 0 women, because we need to have at least 1 woman. Same as A, but exactly 2 women. So 2 women and 2 men, 2 out of 5, 2 out of 8. Okay? I'm not going to do this number 18, not important. We draw 13 cards from a deck of 52 cards. How many possible outcomes you may get? We know 13 out of 52. We need to pick 13. 1 is heart, and 1 is a spade. So 1 out of 13, 1 out of 13 remains 11 card, diamond or club, 26. At least 11 clubs, so 11 clubs or 2 not clubs, or 12 clubs, 1 not club, all are clubs. 5 spades, here 5 spades, 3 clubs, This is 8, remains 5 because I need to draw 13. Not spade and club, it can be diamond or heart. At maximum 3 honors, we have 16 honors. You can have 0 honors and the 13 not honors. لأنه 52 minus 16 is 36. Or 1 honor, so 12 not honors. Or 2 honors, 11 not honors. Or 3 honors and 10 not honors. An urn contains 12 marbles such that 12 white, 3 black, and 5 red. We want to draw 5 marbles in a row. In a row, so order important. How many possible outcomes you may get if the first 3 are white followed by 2 red? So arrangement, I want the first 3 are white, 3 out of 12, and I want the rest to be red, 2 out of 5. I want 2 red. I didn't say the order here. I want to pick how many marbles? 5. So 2 red, it means I have 2 out of 5 combination, and the rest 3 are either white or black, so it's 15. I want 3 white, so 3 out of 12 remains 2 either black or red, so 8. Red, then white, then red, then 2 black. So order here important, so it's arrangement. How many red I have? 1, 2, so arrangement 2 out of 5. How many white I have? Only 1, 1 out of 12. How many black I have? I have 2 out of 3. Consider the following table. We need to pick 3 persons. So always when you have this kind of table, please try to put the total. So here I have 19 smoker. Here I have 21 non-smoker. How many girls I have? 18. Here how many? I have 22 boys. The total is 30. Okay. How many possible outcomes of picking 3 such that a person can be picked more than once? So here it's a P list. How many students I have? Sorry, this is 40. Ya Allah. This is 40. Excuse me. So it's 40 power 3 because I can pick the person more than one time. It's a P list. How many possible outcomes of picking 2 girls such that a person can be picked more than once? Okay, come in P list. I want 2 girls. How many girls I have? 18. So 18 power 2 remains the rest to be boys. 22, 1 remains boy. 1. How many possible of picking one smoker such that a person can be picked more than once? We're going to pick 3, but 1 is only smoker. So 19 power 1 and 21 non-smoker power 2. How many possible outcomes of picking 2 girls in a row? Okay, I need 2 girls in a row, then 1 boy. 2 girls, how many girls I have? 12. So arrangement. 2 out of 18 and 1 out of 22. How many possible of picking 2 girls? So it's a combination. I don't care about the order. 2 girls. So 2 out of 18 and remains 1 boy, 1 out of 22. How many possible of outcomes of picking 1 smoker? So 1 out of 19 and the 2 will be not smoker. It's a combination, 2 out of 21. So I think that this was very easy and make you understand well the counting. Thank you for listening.